Hi guys, Daz here with another haul, and it's a monster, and this is episode 38. Ton of books to get through. Every week I say it's going to be a light week, and I just seem to keep finding books. I think I've got 32 in all to show you. So let's get into them. Starting with just a couple of freebies that I picked up in the Forbidden Planet in Bristol. So I made a road trip to Bristol this week, and found a couple of good books, so I was quite excited about. First of all, I just picked up a couple of the Forbidden Planet free previews showcasing all their goods. Hope you guys managed to catch my Forbidden Planet video that I posted with me out hunting on Wednesday. To go with that, I managed to find a Star Wars Reads, which was free. Just a preview of all the Star Wars titles. Please stay tuned to the end as well, guys, because I've got a ton of books to showcase this Wednesday upcoming, and future books, some really nice covers. Of course, I had to get the Marvel Universe freebie as well. Okay, that's the freebies out of the way. Received another AOK just a few days ago from Just Pele. He's always commenting on my videos, good guy. I'm going to get some books out to him, probably Monday or Tuesday. And 73 books. This was an upgrade on the copy that I did have. This is Ultimate Spider-Man issue 53. This is the first mention, not first appearance, as I was told to believe. This is the first mention, because I've read it now, of Benjamin Poindexter is obviously Bullseye in the Daredevil Season 3. What are you thinking of Daredevil Season 3, guys? I think it is, after a slow first 2 or 3 episodes, fantastic. Dex, his Bullseye, is just brilliant. But apparently the viewing figures are down 57%, so this could be the next Netflix show, Face the Chop. Now, I do have Benjamin Poindexter's first appearance incoming, so look out for that one. 2 AOKs in 2 weeks, and I've picked up 2 copies of this one. This is the Swamp Thing Halloween Horror Special, the 100-page giant. Only available in America, exclusive to Walmart, I believe. Happy to get another copy of that. That has recently gone up from about the $4.99 price point to now $11 on Comic Book Realm at least. But this was the one I was really thrilled to get, and so massive thanks to Just Pele. And this is another 100-page giant, and this is from Walmart again. And this is the Batman, and this is number 4. And the reason I'm thrilled to get this one, this is the first appearance of Ginny Hex, the great-great-great-granddaughter of Jonah Hex. A tough book to get hold of, guys, by all accounts. This was one of the books I showcased in one of my hot comic book alerts. Really enjoyed making them hot comic book alerts. A massive shout out to Comics with Bueller, who gave me some advice on how to really up my views. And they've been pouring in ever since. I think I picked up 6 subs yesterday as well. So massive thanks to you, Bueller. Okay, so like I said, I hit Bristol. One of the shops I went to, it's 5 for £3, the comics. I managed to find 2 doubles, but I think they're good doubles. So 3 for £5 works out about £1.66, £1.67 a comic. The first of these I've been specking on, because as you know, I have Tales of Suspense 52. I go on about it enough. The first appearance of Black Widow. As we know, in 2020 we are getting a Black Widow movie. I am been specking, and the forums too have been specking, that this character in Inhumans 5 is going to be possibly in that movie, because this is the first appearance of the second Black Widow, who is Yelena Belova. Yelena Belova, which is absolutely a must-have book, I believe, if you're a Black Widow fan. So I have 2 copies of that now. Delighted about that. That book will see some heat, guys, during the Black Widow movie time. So if you see that cheap, I think it's the 1998 run. I could be wrong. Now, I picked this one up just a couple of weeks ago. And from the same shop, 8-Bit Planet, like I said, in Bristol, I managed to find a second copy. And for £1.60 something, you can't moan, can you? Another Micronauts one. Not quite as good as my first copy, but it's mid-grade. I get a tenner for it easy. It might go into a prize package at some point. That's a nice book to have, Micronauts, #1. For the longest time, I couldn't find that. I passed on it because I was a DC collector for £3 once, and it bugged the hell out of me for a long time. But like I say, 2 in about 3 weeks. And the third book, I did think of Comic Vantage when I bought this. Some 90s. If you haven't seen his recent video on 90s gimmick covers, please check that out, my good friend Lewis. Fantastic video. And this is right up there. From 1990. The reason I picked it up, it came with a COA as well. This is High Impact Studios. Never really heard of them before. From March 1st of 1995. Look at that shininess. Oh my days. Women with guns. Now, like I said, I picked this up because obviously it was some shiny goodness from the 90s, but it also came with a certificate of authenticity. I mean, look at that. Shiny, shiny. What on earth? A book I wouldn't look twice at, but I just kind of like the novelty aspect after Comic Vantage showcased them. Like I say, it came with a certificate of authenticity. If anybody knows what signature this is, I don't have a clue. Wouldn't have a clue who that is. Basically because I haven't really looked through the book yet. But this was from the 25th of March 1995. This document certifies the authenticity of Double Impact #1 holographic special covers. Limited, and this is why I really grabbed it, because I saw this. Limited to 1,000 copies. Printed by High Impact Studios. I've only seen one online. It's going for about 20 with shipping. So, yeah. Good novelty book there. That I know Vantage would appreciate me showing. Right. Like I say, then another shop I went to was Excelsior Comics. Didn't really have time because the car parking is ridiculous. It cost me like £14 something for just over 3 hours. You can't be happy at that. But I was happy at the 2 books I did pick up while I was there. First of them was a back issue. I showcased this on one of my recent comic book hot top 10s. And I didn't really know why. Somebody informed me, it might have been Lyric Magic Moments, that it was because the story in this comic is possibly going to be used in the MCU as an introduction to the X-Men and the Fantastic Four. So this is the issue I picked up, and it is the Ultimate Fantastic Four issue 1. I only paid £2.50 for it. It's the first titled series of the Fantastic Four in the Ultimate Universe. Apparently the Ultimate Fantastic Four appeared earlier in Marvel Team Up 9. So there you go. That book was quite hot a week or 2 ago. Really happy to pick this one up because, like I say, I like low printed run books and really getting into those. This book has an extremely low print run of just 2,000. The B cover I sadly couldn't find. That's only got 500. So this one had 1,500, I believe. And this is Punchline from Antarctic Press. Probably the hottest company. If you check eBay, the hottest company at the moment on eBay. Punchline is going well. This is a £20 book already on eBay. So I'm thrilled about that. And of course, the other hot property that they've got going at the moment is Rags. And Rags is just an insane book at the moment. So hard to find. So this is basically about a superhero forced into retirement who trains their protege. And this is the regular Matthew Weldon cover. Interesting news about Antarctic Press and Punchline and Rags. that somewhere down the line, I shouted to Brian Springman, I think, for bringing this to my attention, that Punchline and Rags are going to cross over. So that's quite exciting if you're an indie fan like myself. I'm going to read that one later on today. When I first got to Bristol, I went to Excelsior Comics, the big shop in Bristol. Like I said, showed off in one of my videos. Me and Vantage have decided to make up a Christmas bundle for each other, and we shall be sending books back and forth. Just something to open on Christmas Day, get a good few books, it'd be nice. And I managed to find this fantastic book for him. I could not believe it was still on the shelves. But that is Ogre, and this is from Source Point Press. This book has also a very low print run. It was sold out in the distributors, I believe. So to find this for cover, absolutely made up. I'm not a big fan of the interior art. I'm a big fan of the cover, and I'm a massive fan of the story. Basically, it's about an ogre who was chained up to somebody who dies. That's him carrying him over his shoulder, and he goes off on an adventure with the ghost of the corpse, which is just a brilliant concept for me. So yeah, that'll be on your way, buddy, for Christmas. This was a crazy one. I ordered this one on Forbidden Planet, and I went to see if it was being shipped or anything, and it was taken off my list. I swear now I ordered this because I am a gigantic Middleton fan, as you all know. So I had to pick it up in the shop, and it is Books of Magic. I think it came out last week. This is the reintroduction of the Books of Magic in the Sandman universe, obviously from Joshua Middleton. Bit of a Harry Potter theme going there. Like I say, I'm not a big fan of Sandman books. I think they're a tough read, from what I gather. I haven't really attacked any of them yet. I've got a couple I'm going to put on the back burner, I think, for a while. Got some more news about Middleton a bit later. Like I say, it's kind of worth it in a way. I mean, like I say, I'm paying 15 quid for car parking. But I've been using Forbidden Planet online so much. I have currently 14 open orders with them. 14. Because I've been picking out basically independent titles that are low printed runs. And they're not sending me any other books. So, best bet is to drive down there and try and find them off the shelves the minute they open, sort of thing. It's like a 45-minute drive. It's a pain. But at least I am guaranteeing myself good looking books. The damage I've received from them, terrible colour rub, loads of ticks, bent corners. They have not a lot of care in the way they ship their books to me as well. I've seen like 5 or 6 in a little mailer rammed in there. Not thrilled about that. It is what it is. Okay, next book, Sentry, issue 5. Happy to find this one, because this is the first appearance of the new Sentry, who is a merged persona of Bob Reynolds and the Void. So that's a book to be on the lookout for. This is the Kim Jacinto cover. Now, all told in Excelsior, I think I paid £39 for that for 11 books, which is pretty good, because if I was to stick them up online, I'd make an absolute fortune with what I have got. Up next, we got Harlequin, issue 53. Now, I'm not sure, but there is a first appearance in this, and it's either Minor Damage or Minor Threat. It's a new villain, I believe. This is the Gwillem March cover. Quite like the cover. It's another first appearance there. Minty looking book too. I met Jason Momoa a while back. I was got his autograph from that big guy. I would love for him to have signed this book, because this is the Justice League 11 Francisco Martina Aquaman movie cover. It's an absolute stunner. The artwork in those sharks is unbelievable. Martina really is on fire. This is the first appearance of the vengeful gods of the Earth's oceans. So it's basically a team. There's a cool Aquaman cover, because my man Joshua Milton's taken a rest from Aquaman, I believe, and he's moved on to a different title, which I'll show you in a bit. But Ben Oliver is come out with a fantastic Aquaman cover that's coming out very soon. Big fan of Ben Oliver, met him. This book was being touted as having a ton of first appearances, but it got brought back. I think the person who said about it got in trouble. But I picked this up. This is Suicide Squad Black Files. And this is the first appearance of Aladdin, who is revealed to have been a Green Lantern. Now, DC initially was going to introduce a character named Dr. Endless, based on the 7 Endless from the Sandman, but Neil Gaiman disallowed it. So there we go. Wouldn't let one of his characters move on. Now, I pre-ordered this book, but like I said, I'm having so many issues with Forbidden Planet shipping me my books. I wasn't going to leave the only copy in the shop on the shelf. It's got 1 tick, so it's about a 9.2 in my opinion. But it is a beautiful cover, and it's the best Two-Face cover I've ever seen, bar none. And this is Deathstroke, issue 37. Of course, Francisco Martina. Got more from him to show you as well. That's a beauty, isn't it, guys? Look at the Deathstroke in the background too. Wow. The only copy of this in the shop as well, so pretty happy to get this. Heard good things about it. And it is a really cool cover. This is from IDW. There is a black and white version, but this is just the colour. Road of the Dead, Highway to Hell. Now this is a prequel to George Romero's last film that he co-wrote, Road of the Dead, which is to be released in 2019. And it is a regular Santi Perez cover. That's a cool one. That is heating up slowly but surely. This book's heating up too. This is Green Lantern 1. Now, I'm not the biggest Green Lantern fan. I enjoyed the Green Lantern film. I'm in the minority. But this is the cover that is heating up. And this is from, is it Frank? I think it's from Frank Quitely. Yeah, I think it's from Frank Quitely. But this is the first appearance of Antimatter Lantern, Howell Jordan. It's also the first appearance of a lot of new Green Lanterns, Maxim Tox, Trilla True, and Floozy Phlegm. What a name that is, Floozy Phlegm, a sentient being. Obviously, it's the premiere issue that sees Green Lantern in his role as an intergalactic police officer. Pretty cool cover there. Now, the 2 books that I was really pleased to pick up from Forbidden Planet. First of these, I paid a £5 for this, and it is quite annoying because it was a free preview. But I do see good things for this. I'm not the biggest fan of the show, but it has a massive following. And online, this is going between 15 and 20 now. And this is the Stranger Things free preview. It's a little ash can there, look. And this was a San Diego Comic Con 2018 exclusive ash can preview. So, delighted to get that, really. $4.99 I paid for that. Now, the final book that I picked up from Forbidden Planet is the main reason I made an adventure to the shop. Fully not expecting to find it. So, I was there within minutes of it opening, and there was just one on the shelf. Cannot believe it was still there. I paid cover for it. This book is unbelievable. Issue 1 is unbelievable. This is issue 2. This is going now, currently between £50 and £70 on eBay. Make of it what you want, but the main reason is it has got a minuscule print run. Sadly, couldn't find the B cover, which is going for a little bit more than that. But this is the A cover to Rags. Yeah, I got it, guys. Rags, issue 2. The second issue of the low print popular series that began as an independently published title. And this is the regular Luigi Terrule cover. Now, like I said, guys, if you can find Rags or Punchline, get on board. This company is blowing up. Now, people are saying this is going to be option. well, so many independent titles are getting optioned, but not many see the light of day. So don't hold too much weight with that. But one thing for sure, they're selling like hotcakes, and they are selling for massive prices. So probably the book of the week for me. Delighted. Rags 2. Okay, on to some back issues and orders online. I pre-ordered this one, so I got a second copy. It is the Justice League Dark and Wonder Woman Witching Hour, and this is the Federici cover. So this will be a prize at some point, guys. Nice prize, lovely cover. I picked up Man-Eaters 2. Is it the Iridescent cover last week? I've read Man-Eaters 2, but what a funny read. What a crazy concept. I'm not going to spoil it for you. It's for mature audiences, put it like that. As was Rags. Yeah, I didn't realise that's for mature audiences either. I should know by the cover. But this is the regular cover, the Man-Eaters 2. The reason I picked it up originally was because it's a possible controversial cover. It's just glorious, isn't it? What is that all about? How can they get away with that? This is the regular Leah Mitterink cover. Mitterink, sorry. Ordered this. I had a lot of buzz about this, and there's still a lot of buzz about it, and I don't understand it. This is from Black Mask. I read this. This was one of the worst reads I've ever had. I was bored silly. 3/4 of the way in, it was dreadful. The last quarter picked up a little bit, but my word. Dull as ditch water. This is Sex, Death, Revolution. Basically, it's an urban fantasy about a sorceress whose life falls into disarray and her attempt to rebuild it. There you go. So what I did read last week when I enjoyed was Hex Wives. I had the Jenny Friesen cover. Really good story, brutal too. Like I say, I'm into my independent books, low print runs, and they don't get much lower than this. Issue 2, Blood Realm. Very low print run book, guys. Comic Vantage, I think it's picked me up issue 1 as well to go with this. So, delighted. I think it's only a 3-book series. So, thrilled. Absolutely thrilled. And who's that from? That is from Alterna Comics. Now we got a load of hot comic book alerts. Yeah. What would I be if I'd preach it and didn't buy it myself? This book is an error book, and it is. I can't believe it isn't getting more buzz, because it is a whole page which is just glorious. This is the Immortal Hulk, issue 7. Now, it is the first appearance of a new Hulkbuster armor, but like I said, there's a colour error in 3 panels where Captain America's blue suit is coloured red. I'm not going to get it out and show you, because I think I've showed it. Oh, or can I? Let's have a look. Let's have a quick look at it. It's still available for cover, guys. Let me see if I can just find it for you, because it is worth looking at. Yeah, there it is. Can you see down here, Captain America in red? Look at that, down the bottom there. If you see this, guys, grab it. You never know. 3 panels. There, there, and there. That is hilarious. Maybe you should wear that in Avengers 4. Have you been seeing, guys? Avengers 4 is supposedly having a 3-hour runtime. How exciting is that? And it's meant to be far superior to Infinity War. They're going to say that, aren't they? But there we go. Okay, another hot comic book alert. This is a character that will be appearing in Black Lightning. This is Batman and the Outsiders, issue 25. And this is the first appearance of Emily Leah Briggs, who later becomes the Looker. Now, she becomes the Looker in The Outsiders, issue 1 from 1985. But this is, like I say, the first appearance of the character. I showcased the character. The actress also was in Supergirl recently, but now she's going to be in Black Lightning as the Looker. Another hot comic book alert. I'm just in the middle of reading this, actually. This is the Saga of the Swamp Thing, issue 6. And this is the first appearance of General Sunderland, Avery Carlton Sunderland, who has just been announced to be played by Will Patton in the Swamp Thing TV show. Yeah, good book to get. In the Phantom Stranger backup story for this issue, Death takes the form of an undistinguished gentleman. Although this version of Death is the same as Neil Gaiman's version of Death, Gaiman's conceptual design of Death won't be developed until 1989. More useless information. But like I say, Will Patton is basically going to be the main villain, I believe. Or one of 2 main villains. So, good book to get. So I think my other show alert was saying that Phonic Man's now going to be in it too. So that's exciting. They're going for an R rating on that. This is another hot comic book alert. And this is a book that's so underrated to me. It's got 3 key first appearances that have all made live action in the Arrowverse. This is Infinity Inc. issue 34. This book has always eluded me in back issue boxes. Always eluded me. But this is the first appearance of Tigress, who was Artemis Croc. Now, Artemis Croc, a version of her character, appeared in Arrow. It's also the first appearance of Hazard, Rebecca Sharp. She appeared in the last season of The Flash. She basically, her powers were, she had luck on her side all the time. And the most recent one is about to appear. This is why I made it a hot comic book alert. In the upcoming episode of Flash. It's going to be Caitlin Snow's father, I believe. And that is because he's the second Icicle. And that is Cameron McKent. Icicle 2 from the Flash show. And my final book I'm going to show you guys. I read this. This is one of the best reads I've had in some time. Recently I showcased one of my hot book alerts that 4 books were coming from basically Image and Top Cow. Thief of Thieves, I'm still on the lookout for that. Darkness. Well, I kind of got the Darknesses first in it was like a preview magazine the other day. What else was it? Think Tank. I picked that up recently for £4. Now, I paid $7.99 for this, and I think this is a bit of a steal because this is 15 to 20 now. Nailbiter. Yeah, look at the gruesome cover on that. Nailbiter, great read. Basically, a detective searches for his missing colleague and an answer to why the town of Buckaroo, Oregon, has produced 16 serial killers. This was optioned by Skybound Galactic, a joint venture with Sony, in October of this year. So, fingers crossed this sees the light of day, because that is a fantastic read, guys. So that's my books of the week. I got some real good ones there, I thought. Got today's sponsors, who are Darkseid and, of course, Shazam. Looking forward to the Shazam movie. Not seen the trailer yet, but the most I'm excited for is probably a week or two is Creed 2. Come on, Rocky. I'm excited as well today because my Steelers won again. Yeah, Pittsburgh. Always a good thing. Just when I've written them off, they've won 5 straight games and just put 52 points on a good Carolina team. Big Ben, perfect passing rating. Right, books this week, guys. There are quite a few coming out that I am fairly excited about. First of them, we got Catwoman 5. Something a bit different. Not his best, but good. Of course, it's Archer goodness. Catwoman 5. He doesn't make a bad cover, Archer. I passed on his Ghost Spider the other day. I might have to get that. Then we got Red Hood, Putrid. He's doing some good stuff at the moment. Issue 28 from Putrid. Up next we have... Now, this is an independent title, and this is coming from... I think it's from Image. Yeah, it is from Image Comics. Don't know too much about it. It's set in the 1920s, Harlem. This is Bitter Root. Forums are quite excited by that. Bitter Root. Image Comics. My daughter will be buzzing about this one. And this is a game that is quite popular, I believe. She plays it a lot, I know that. And this is basically down to 1 copy per person online. So it's going to be a hot book. It's got a massive market for it. Life is Strange. Based on the computer game. Life is Strange. That's issue 1. And that is from what company? I'll soon tell you. Titan Comics. That's from Titan Comics, guys. All right. My pick of the week again, for mature audiences, is Rags 1, the second printing, guys. Rags 1, the second printing. I might have to go to Bristol again to try and find this. Like I say, I have pre-ordered it, but I've got no faith in Forbidden Planet sending me any books. So, yeah, Rags is just crazy at the moment. Now, books down the line. As you know, guys, I am the biggest Joshua Middleton fan. He has come off of Aquaman. He is now on Martian Manhunter. And this is going to be out on the... It's out next year, I believe. Oh, no, it's not. It's out on the 5th of December. 5th of December. Look at this. How different is that from his normal stuff? Look at those colours. Wow. So different from his norm. Get on board with that one, guys. Then we've got Martina, Deathstroke. I believe, is it 30? I think it's going to be either 38 or 39. Sorry, guys, it eludes me. Look at this. Bit more Two-Face magic. My little boy Zach loves Two-Face. Then we got more Martina. This is Batman 60. Cool Bane cover this time. Bit of Pengy involved. Batman 60 from Martina. Then we have more Martina. Green Lantern issue 2. Quite like that cover. Look at that. I tell you, he's really grown on me now, Martina. And Putri back again. This is his number 29 for Red Hood and the Outlaws. That's a beauty, isn't it? Putri again. Nightwing. Issue 54. Again, this is for the 5th of December. Look at that. Nice. He's got such a unique style, hasn't he, Putri? This is Bill Sienkiewicz. I don't usually say about store variants, but this is from Midtown, and this for $12. I know my friend Vantage likes this one, and I do as well. It's different, isn't it? This is for Batman Who Laughs, issue 1. Look at that. Any of you guys out in America can grab that. That's a great book, isn't it? And the final one, this is from Stephanie Hans, I believe. And this is her cover for Die. This is a new book coming out called Die. Quite like that. Stephanie Hans. Now there's a Black Order 1 in 50 book coming out that is meant to be super hot. I don't really like to show off incentives because it's not not all of us can afford to put out 30, 40 quid a book that's just come out. But look out for Black Order number 1 in 50. Guys, that's Dazzie. It's been a long one today. I'm sorry about that. I'm up to 495 subscribers, which is fantastic. I'm knocking on the door of 500. I got a competition in mind, kind of. I've got some great prizes. If you like what you see, try and get me over 500. That'd be great. I'm back. Hot book alerts. I got comic book hot top news round. Hot top 10 come in. Stay with me. Take care, guys. Bye for now.